Hello, hello, Grand Rising. Hi, Missy Marie. Hi, Jason. Hey, Tammy B. Welcome in, guys. All right. This is the song that Spirit led me to this morning. It's called I Am the One.
When the night feels heavy, when the road feels long, when the way keeps calling, I stand strong.
Grand Rising.
No fear inside me, no step undone. When the world needs someone, I am the one.
Yeah.
I hear the silence breaking, I feel the pressure rise. Every doubt is shaking.
Hey, Flower Power. Hi, beautiful.
Through the storm and fire, through the unknown, I was born for this moment. I claim my own. Give me the fire, give me the love. I won't break.
2 dragons are being born today, guys. Ha ha ha.
I am the one. Place the weight on my shoulders. I will carry it for you.
Uh-huh. We'll do that after we do our cards.
Nothing will stop me when I believe. You'll see, I am strong.
Yeah.
Every step is purpose, every breath is fight. Through the dark and chaos, I choose the light. If the road gets steeper, if the way feels real, I don't run from.
I never know what they're going to look like until they're born. I'm excited too.
Give me the load. I won't break under. I carry it all. Standing tall. I am the one. Place the weight on my shoulders.
Oh, I will carry it for you.
Carry it for you.
Nice.
I am the one. I believe in me. Nothing will stop me when I believe. You'll see. I can. I will. I am. I can. I am. Step by step, I rise again. Breath by breath, I never bend. I can. I will. Let's go. Come on. I am the one. Let's go. Come on.
Let's go. Come on. We are the ones.
And I can. I will. Nothing will stop me. Nothing will break me. I am strong. Place the weight on my shoulders. I will carry it for you. I am the one. I believe in
Yeah.
me.
awesome. That was amazing. Yep, that was amazing. Woo, that'll get you going in the morning. Hearing You Are the One. Yes. First song from our Ascension music. Another one. Oh, yes, another one. Another miracle. Or Now You're Awake. Now You're Awake with Oracle Nomad. Now You're Awake. Welcome in, everybody. It's Wednesday already. Hump day, halfway through the week. Come on now, Yeshua. Get in the picture. There we go. Grand Rising, star beings. Woo woo. Oh, I'm excited to see your dragons. I don't even know. I never know what they're going to look like till they're born either. And they're being born into like what we do, guys. We incarnate into these human bodies. So your dragons incarnate into resin. That's how it works. That's how I've seen it, how it works in my mind. I use my imagination, as always. All right, let's do our cards for the day, and then we will get these dragons born, which is going to be really cool. All right, let's do our cards. First card for the day. Chakra Wisdom. Solar Plexus. Oneness and unity. I accept the oneness of all life, and I know I am one with all others on this journey. I support them and let them support me. I am brave and not afraid to ask for assistance. I allow myself to empathize and sympathize with others. Yes, the power of imagination is potent. And I choose to see the love in all around me. I see everything as part of my own life, and I accept others for who they are. Yes. I find common ground with others rather than differences, as this brings harmony into my life and into theirs. Yes. The solar plexus. That's your gold right there. Your solar plexus is your gold. Here is our healing energy. Our healing energy, I am light. I always have hope. No matter the ordeal, I have faith in a better future. I turn darkness into light. I open my heart to others and to God, and am spiritually strong. I draw light to me and shine with all my being. Yes, shine your light. Shine your light. It's important to shine your light. Yes. Okay. Self-love. Grand Rising, Jessica. Welcome in, beautiful angel. I attend to my needs by listening to my heart. My inner essence lets me know what is good for me. I respect my limits. I answer the requests of my body and my soul. Thus, I learn to love myself. Yes. Self-love. When hope dims, ask for help. Absolutely. Everything turns to light. I work to improve myself, embrace all that life brings to me, and transform darkness into light. I allow myself to grow and become stronger. Yes, everything turns to light. Yes. All right. Here is our work your light. Our work your light. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. We are in the age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Know this. Know this. Thank you, Jess, for the level up sparks. We are all leveling up. Yes, we are. And don't forget to play, guys. Have fun. Celebrate. Don't be so serious. Create fun things. Yes. All right, here is our Rose Oracle. Lots of the Magdalene line in this room. Yes. Mother Rose, returning to each other, compassion, humanity. Yes, we have to have compassion for everything. Open, say yes, expand through the extremes, trust life. Again, trust your intuition, trust God. Trust your group, your soul family, your angelics, your dragons, your ascended masters. Trust your past loved ones, your ancestors. They all work for you. All of them. Hey, Brandy Rose. Hey, beautiful angel. Morning dew, clarity, a fresh start, a positive outlook, right? Wake up every day being grateful for being alive, for being here in this most amazing time of transformation, for choosing to be here. Yes. Hi, Mama Yaya. Hi, beautiful angel. Hi, Jules. Hi, beautiful angel and star beings. All you beautiful, powerful angels. Here is our fairy card for the day. Fairy spotting. It's time to go fairy spotting. It's said that seeing is believing, but in fact, the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. Yes, absolutely. Go find the magic. Find the magic. Our animal for the day is, oh my goodness, a black jaguar. The song that we had, that Spirit led us to today, had a black jaguar on the front of it. That's wild. Old soul. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Hi, Teresa. Hi, beautiful. Just ask Irish and Jason. Oh my goodness. They make their dreams come true every day because they believe. They believe in the magic. Action. You have the courage to express the unique loving colors of your soul. Yes, you do. This is the power of love. Action. Here is our awakened dreamer. Be a way shower. Contemplate the way you wish others would behave, then up-level those qualities within yourself. Become a shining beacon amid a stormy sea, a lighthouse that gives hope to someone cut adrift. Revel in the joy of being a way shower. Yes. Hi, Trina. Hi, beautiful. Yeah, if you didn't see the song for today, let me show you. Where'd it go? There it is. And look.
Whoa.
All right, I gotta show you. Spirit wants me to show you.
Guys, Nina just built an...
So if you missed the song for today, there it is. There's that jaguar right there. I am the one. Right there up front. Although it looks more like a black tiger, but same thing, right? Black tiger, jaguar, same thing. Ah, it is. It is. And I didn't know what that card was going to be before I seen that video. Nuh-uh. I did not. Timing is everything. Here's our butterfly for the day. Our butterfly says, I let go of the past. I trust in the future and I accept the present moment. Yes, let go of the past, accept the future, and live in the now. Live in the now. Here's our for the love of dragons, because we all love dragons, right? As above, so below. We hold the keys to both 3D and 5D. We are the bridges between the two. The dragon sword. Oh, yes, the sword of Archangel Michael is the dragon sword. I truly believe that. The dragon sword. Excalibur was the sword of Arthur. Let's see. The dragon sword, the sword of truth. The sword of truth. Are we not all getting cut by the sword of truth right now? The sword of truth is all over the land right now. It doesn't just cut with its blade, it also cuts with words. Consider your words carefully and then tell the truth. Dragons may be many things, but liars they are not. If you want to soar to your full potential and dominate your personal space with a wingspan of power, share your truth. It will set you and others free, even if it bites. Even if it bites. Hi, Phoenix. Hi, beautiful. Oh, thank you for the panther paws. That's awesome. I love that. The sign. The sign is coming in. The sign. All right. And our ascended master. Our ascended master. Charity. Prayer and contemplation. Connect with heaven. Ask and you shall receive. Absolutely. Ask and you shall receive. All right, guys. We're going to give birth to a couple of dragons. Yes, we are. All right, let me make sure they're nice and hard. Yeah, they're good. Okay. First, we are going to do irises. Okay. This is the bottom. I put flakes of rose gold in hers. Her dragon is a rose gold and silver dragon. Oh. There it is. Woo! Ain't she pretty? And I think for these two, I'm gonna put hearts on the bottom and sign them. I have never signed a dragon before, but I'm going to sign these. And here is Jason's dragon. And I brought in some rose gold from Irish's dragon too. And a little silver paw for Irish's dragon. So they're connected. All right. So that's the dragons. They came out super cute, super original. Awesome. Okay. And plus you get your little dragons, your jewelry, all that. So I will make those videos later on for you too. Aw, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. All right, next we have other messages that are coming through. Ah, that was so cute. Thank you for the party pony. That was adorable. Oh my goodness. I opened my email and I have a message from Irish. That's funny. All right. Let's see. New Earth updates. Let's get the New Earth updates. No, let's not. Let's get this first. Let's see. Archangel Michael came in. He came in with his sword at first. He says, stand clean in your authority. Stand clean in your authority. What the heck? Why? Says gifting suspended and live visibility restricted. This behavior is not in line with our policies. What isn't in line? To see the dragons isn't in line? Yeah, this notice is unclear. That makes no sense at all. Okay. I appealed it because they don't want to see the dragons. What exactly? Exactly. Well, Someone reported, whatever. Stand clean in your authority. You do not need to fight to be sovereign. You need only refuse entanglement. Entanglement, yes. It'll go away. I'm not worried about it. Michael is emphasizing energetic boundaries. Hi, Christina. Hi, beautiful. There are subtle emotional hooks trying to pull people into drama, proving, over-explaining, and defending truth to those not ready. His instruction is simple. This is together till it ends. I like that. Michael is emphasizing energetic boundaries. There are subtle emotional hooks trying to pull people into drama, proving, over-explaining, and defending truth to those not ready. His instruction is simple. Cut cords with calmness. No spectacle required. He says many of the butterflies are learning that peace is a higher display of power than reaction. Yes. Hi, Ginger. Hi, darling. Saint Germain, the keeper of transmutation. Message for the collective. The old timelines are dissolving faster than the mind can track. Let them go without nostalgia. He is speaking about identities that once fit but no longer do. Roles that feel too tight. Relationships shifting frequency. He says the violet flame is not dramatic right now. It is subtle. Transmutation is happening in sleep cycles and in quiet reflection. He asks the butterflies to release the sentence, but I've always been this way. Aha, yes. You are not meant to stay the same. You are meant to transform. Yes. Mother Mary, the Council of Compassion, she says, be softer with yourselves during integration. She shows many of your people processing silently. Some feel behind, some feel confused, some feel tired. She says the nervous system is recalibrating to higher light. Fatigue does not mean failure. She places a blue mantle over the sanctuary field today. Emotional steadiness, not intensity. And behind them, there is a quieter overseeing frequency, a council presence. Not stepping forward individually, but observing. It feels like a harmonization council, not interventionist, simply stabilizing. Yes, we are being watched over. Every day in here, the councils watch over us. They communicate this. The sanctuary is stabilizing into maturity, less spectacle, more embodiment. Yes. Okay. So, the next flame, that was our messages. The next flame codex. Yes. Hi, Sharon. Hi, beautiful. The next flame codex is Codex 28. We're almost done with the codexes. Wow. Once we've integrated them, sky's the limit. Tell us about the bridge of the twofold flame. So it is the bridge of the twofold flame. This is Codex 28. The bridge of the twofold flame appears only after pattern restoration, sacred choice, solar gate, pattern echo, flame tetrad, and the spiral veil, which tells us something critical. The twofold flame cannot activate in someone still seeking external completion. Let me say that again. The twofold flame cannot activate in someone still seeking external completion. It only appears after self-sovereignty stabilizes. What is the twofold flame? It is not twin flame mythology. It is not romantic polarity. It is the reconciliation of the two primordial currents within one being. When you see the sigil for this, you're going to understand. Solar will, directive fire. Lunar receptivity, magnetic fire. Those are your two primordial currents. Or in our language, pattern holder, pattern receiver. Yes. The twofold flame is the moment when you stop oscillating between power and softness and instead become both at the same time. What is the bridge? The bridge is the nervous system, not metaphorically, literally. Codex 28 is about the body's capacity to hold authority without aggression, compassion without collapse, voice without force, and silence without suppression. The bridge is the integration pathway between hemispheres of consciousness. When unintegrated, people swing strong, then drained, soft, then resentful, activated, then exhausted. Codex 28 stabilizes the oscillation. Yes, Irish. Why it comes after the spiral veil, 27. Spiral veil filters projection. Once projection drops away, you no longer look for the missing half of yourself in others. Only then can the twofold flame ignite internally. If activated prematurely, it creates obsession. If activated maturely, it creates equilibrium. What it looks like in you. You no longer over-explain your authority. You no longer diminish your softness. You no longer chase. You no longer withdraw dramatically. You stand. And both flames burn evenly. This is why your voice is sharpening lately. It is not becoming harsher. It is becoming integrated. Yes. Oh, that's all right, Sharon. Everything in divine timing. And if you feel like there's something that you're going to miss, I will have all classes on the YouTube at Opal Star 33. Like I do every day. All right, the two pillars of Codex 28 is self-union, not self-completion or self-coherence. It's self-union. Being united within yourself. And relational maturity. You meet others without merging or overpowering. This codex upgrades partnerships, leadership style, sanctuary field dynamics. The collective begins to mirror your internal union. Activation markers. You may notice less emotional volatility. Yes. We hold our emotions. More grounded speech. Reduced need for validation. Increased ability to hold paradox. You may not say anything, but you will feel the steadiness. Why this codex is rare. Many awaken, but few integrate. Right? Many awaken, but few integrate. Codex 28 is a post-awakening integration. It is not dramatic. It is stabilizing. And stabilizing is harder than igniting. Okay. So this is the Flame Codex 28. And you're going to notice something in this, just like I did. This is the bridge of the twofold flame. Tell me what you notice first thing when you look at this. What was the first thing you noticed? The X, okay. The first thing that I noticed is this was the first codex that had a being in it. This was the only codex that had a being in it. It has a female in that. Also, the red and the blue. The red and the blue. I pointed that out, I believe, yesterday. Yesterday, I pointed out that it was the red and the blue. And it's a bridge. You can see the X is the bridge. Right? Okay. I'll be doing a video on it just like the other codex and put it in the group of codex videos. I said that is very powerful. Wow, this is the first flame codex with a being in it. That was the first thing I noticed. And it's not an accident. It isn't just a being in the image. Flame Codex 28 is the first codex where the embodied self appears. Up through Codex 27, the codex speaks in symbols, gates, flames, patterns, veils, and architecture, all preparatory. We're coming very close to the end of the spiral of codex. We're 2 away. We've got 29 and 30 to go. Codex 28 marks the return of the witness into the structure. The being you see is not an external guide, not an ascended master, not a projected archetype. It is the integrated flame holder. That's why it feels different in your body when you look at it. Why a being appears here and nowhere earlier. Because this codex, the work was about building capacity, clearing distortion, stabilizing the field, removing projection, and restoring pattern integrity. You could not place a being into earlier codex without it becoming ego inflation, savior imagery, hierarchy, or external authority. Codex 28 only appears after sacred choice and soul gate embodiment, and pattern echo stabilization, flame tetrad coherence, and spiral veil filtration. Only then can the human vessel appear without distortion. What the being represents, not someone, not you as special, not the leader. It represents the moment the codex recognizes embodiment. It's for everyone in here. Once you embody, that is the codex you are in, the 28. The twofold flame is not symbolic anymore. It is held. This image says the bridge is no longer theoretical. The flame now walks. That's why the figure is centered, balanced, not reaching, not commanding, not dissolving, standing. Didn't I tell you yesterday we are to stand in our light? That's what this is. Why does this matter for our sanctuary? Because this codex quietly tells the collective, stop waiting to be activated. Stop seeking permission. Stop projecting authority outward. The codex has returned to the body. Future Codex 29 and 30 will not be about building new structures. They will be about mirroring, sealing, and fractal transmission, which means others will recognize themselves through embodiment, not teaching. Okay. And, this is the first codex that could not appear until someone was ready to stand inside of it. You guys are ready. We're all ready. We didn't ask for there to be a being inside Codex 28. We didn't design it that way. We just recognized it. And recognition happens when the flame already lives there. Okay? See yourself in that image. See yourself right there. Right there. Being the flame. Look at the gold in her heart. That's the gold that we use for the Aurelian arc energy. That is you. Embodied in flame. Okay. Beautiful. So that was Flame Codex 28. All right. We are going to do New Earth updates now. By Natalia Alba. Source. Beloved ones. On our current ascension trajectory, many planetary advancements are in progress. We are soon immersed in Piscean energies again, coexisting with Aries, representing the end and the beginning of both an individual and planetary karmic cycle. Oh, that's beautiful, Christina. That is a visual representation of what I felt on 7/11. You know, now that you say that, that is a visual representation of what I felt back in 2016. Yep. Absolutely. Balanced and embodied by Christ's light. Right? That's exactly it. Embodied. When many of you are finally retrieving your freedom and sovereignty as you walk through this new dimensional bridge, you can't make this up, into your new destination, many are the changes you and your mission will experience. As you continue choosing to transform yourself completely and serve all creation. We serve. That's exactly right. Many of you as New Earth anchors are just starting to be conscious of where you live, where your energy is appreciated and when it is not. Many times, many causes of ascension sensations are not your ascension process in itself, but where you live and the work you do there. Or that is not yet the space where you are meant to be. New Earth anchors are mainly 5th and 7th dimensional living corridors through which the divine transmissions needed for the specific location are sent. You are living bridges, and as such, you shall be where there are new openings to act as living light channels. At divine time, you will be relocated, if necessary, to where you need to be next. Ah, yes. Some of us have seen that firsthand, right? You will be relocated, if necessary, as everything must be reorchestrated for your presence to be in the right place. Trust in divine timing. And believe that you will receive the necessary information when the time arrives. Yes, our only task is to remain aligned, connected, and in complete surrender, especially when we are called to our new assignment. Last night, while I was assisting in stabilizing, I was shown many new earth openings in important locations for those souls who are choosing this period to transit to the new Earth's harmonic locations. Many believe that if they have not had the opportunity to rehabilitate their DNA, they will not ascend and will continue in the astral after they choose to leave the Earth. As guides always share when there is a pure intention to evolve, even if many souls on Earth cannot have the same opportunities as others, there is always assistance. These souls are taken by their guides into illumined Earth passages, to healing chambers, correcting their DNA so they can plug into these new dimensions and finally leave the reincarnation wheel. Yes. Yes. The locations I was shown last night and that are connected by something they showed me, and that was incredibly beautiful. An electric blue aurora color in the sea caused by bioluminescent plankton. In these areas, there is a new Earth's light opening being created, and that many of you sustain and stabilize, which is why many times, especially when there is a marine or Earth disaster, you feel the chaos inside yourself. These locations need to be supported, and many of you who are there or near them are in charge of seeding more harmony and balance. Some of the locations I was shown last night in which new light interdimensional portals are being created are Wangaparoya in Auckland, New Zealand, Grebe Beach, Halford River, Cornwall, UK, Kynance Cove, Lizard Peninsula, Cornwall, UK, Hallbox Island in Mexico, and Toyama Bay in Japan. Yes. Hey, Earth Angel Amy Lynn. Hi, beautiful. There are many other locations and Earth doorways to our 5th and 7th dimensional Earth, as it depends on the level of consciousness and DNA strands activation, where the souls will travel as our frequency needs to match the frequency of the dimension where we are going. DNA recoding, while we are still in a physical body, is essential if we wish to transcend our 3D world. Yes. Every DNA strand we have reconnected allows us to navigate into its corresponding dimension. However, coherence, learning how to live from a balanced brain-heart space, and compassionate witnessing is even more, according to guides, as it is not only the inner work we do that truly shifts our DNA dimensional coordinates, determining where we will go, but the love in our hearts and the level of forgiveness and conscious acts we made what will determine it all. May you always remain aligned to the love, wisdom, and power that you are, beloveds. Thank you for seeding your unique and precious, harmonious essence where guided. With infinite love, Natalia Alba. Beautiful. And Angel of the Morning is playing. Angel of the Morning. What a great update, right? We're all being brought to where we need to go in order to participate in this new Earth coming. Haha. All right. Oh my goodness. Yes, let's have a Telosian update. We did Telosian books last year, the year before. I can't keep track. We've been at this for almost 4 years now. The Telos books with the Telosians in the mountains. Hey Trey, hi beautiful. Leanne and children added to the butterfly. Oh, added to the healing chain? Leanne and children. I can add Leanne and children to the healing chain. I will do that right now. Leanne and children. All right. They are added. They are added to our healing chain. Hey, Fran. Hi, beautiful. All right. We have a message from the Telosians. Woo woo. They are beautiful, beautiful entities. Always with us. Hi, Alicia. Hi, beautiful. They say, we greet you, dear children of Earth. We are always happy to offer you messages of help, support, and comfort. Yes, you truly need comfort right now. Your country, your planet is in turmoil. All sorts of unpleasant events are unfolding on your planet. We sense in each of you a feeling of being fed up, as you say, with all this violence, all these lies, all this manipulation, because yes, every human being, and we'll speak of France since our channel is French, every human being is fed up with all these schemes that are playing out daily and increasingly so in your country. You are currently experiencing the great upheaval, as you call it. That is the great transition between the old and the new. We have already spoken to you about this. And as you can see, some humans are losing their minds. Yep. As the celestial energies become increasingly powerful. It is true that human beings on Earth need to have enough love within them for themselves and for life in order to be able to face these violent movements. But we will also tell you this, that no one in your media will divulge to you. A few Earth years ago, you lived through this pandemic, which confined you for many months, but also which had a perverse side effect of receiving in your bodies for those who accepted them. Injected products which you were told were made for your healing. In the climate of fear that has been created, many people have been jabbed. But these jabs contained what you call nanoparticles, which can gradually disrupt human brains. This is why you are witnessing all this violence, particularly from young people who no longer know where they stand in their lives. This will lead to many of them leaving, either by exiting the planet through their own hand or through confrontations with law enforcement. Sounding kind of like icicles to me. This, by the way, this is all for entertainment purposes only. This is our game, and this is how we play it. As you can see, dear children of Earth, what has happened during this pandemic is also a significant factor in all this violence in your country, and of course in other countries as well. So what can be done in the face of this, you might ask? We will tell you this. These disturbances will continue for a few more months, but an event will cause things to gradually calm down over the next year or so. We're not saying everything will stop, that everything will cease, but these violent events will subside. Gradually, you will regain a sense of calm, meaning you will be able to breathe, and you will finally be able to see things more clearly in this unsettling situation you are currently experiencing. It is important to understand that all of this needs to manifest itself so that subsequently only energies of peace and calm will remain. Nothing can be experienced otherwise. That is in peace and calm, if this violent wave is not expressed. The transition between the old and the new is necessary in this state of mind. You will say, but we've had enough of this violence, these lies, these manipulations. We want peace. We know this. And we tell you that the path to the new earth is opening before you. But it will only be fully realized when all suffering in humanity, in whatever form it may take, has been completely freed. Dear children of earth, once again we ask you to have faith in life. Have faith in our love. For from where we are, we watch over you. Be at peace. Not easy to be at peace with what's going on. But to hold our light is very important right now. More important than it has ever been in our entire lives. Living in alignment. Look, still pushing through, Oracle Nomad. Hanging on by a thread and a prayer, right? Having faith of a mustard seed, very important. Everything is happening as it should be happening. Okay. Still pushing through. Yep. Still pushing through. All right. Another message is the Great Quantum Transition Service. Because we've talked about service. And this is a long one too. I don't know if I'm going to get through this, but I'm going to try. Okay. This is by Lev, channeled source. We don't understand what the burden of light service is for those who have accepted it consciously and fully. The selection criteria don't tell us anything. We aren't aware of the exorbitant height and power of cosmic frequencies that co-creators and their ground team work with every day in reformatting and cleansing the planet, which we continue to poison with our toxic shit 24/7. And off-screen are the monstrous millstones, the frenzied attacks of the darks, the volumes of our impurities and malice, rejection and acid programs which light warriors face daily. This is getting down and dirty, guys. If this resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. For putting on it, here are some extracts from personal notes, sort of diary, by which one light warrior who is in the thick of ops tries to pick herself up in this hell. Earlier, she worked in group, now assists it distantly, backed by absolutes. 3 pairs of hierarchs and 2 couples of Archangel Michael, Vera, and El Moria Amrita. Some of them, including former black co-creator who returned to the light side. Yes, some of them are returning to the light side. Melchizedek and Yangbo did the same with both of her sons. All right. In December of 2025, so a couple months ago, remote work to clear people's minds subconscious of negative programs under the guidance of co-creator. He warned that the transition is still hindered by possessors, intruded men during personal contacts, or plugged in remotely. This is also an issue for the heads of spiritual and exoteric groups, sites admins, and bloggers. The dark entities remain hidden in many pockets of the subtle plan and in the people's energy field and avoid being removed. Wow. Did we not just go through this in our community? Wow. A team of newly arrived Hathors, a civilization in the 5D of Venus, creates the necessary vibrational background for the mass extrusion of possessors and plug-ins from people. What the latter feel as buzzing and ringing in the ears. All the squeezed out negativity is poured on me and my sons, and I transfer it to the black universe. Don't know how long this mess will continue. The negative drain on me, which has intensified since the end of November, has increased even more in the course of today's work. At the moment of the greatest tension, I saw an unusual picture on the subtle plane, a huge chronal flywheel created by darks at the dawn of time to manipulate the space-time continuum. Its smallest particles, the pixels of reality, are clearly discernible. One half of them is time, and the other half is space. I remembered that the sum of the energy of time and space is a constant value, preset. If the former is compressed, then the latter is stretched by the same amount, and vice versa. They continuously flow into each other. In the great cosmos, there are many reference crystals of time and space that define the parameters of specific reality. Long ago, the Earth's time crystal was captured by the darks. With its help, they created a chronal flywheel in the terrestrial field and multiple timelines. Although these continuums already merged into a single whole, and a new pixel of reality has been activated, the old mechanism remained and constantly launched negative programs into people's minds. The distorted time deformed the Earth's space and environment, forcing everyone to fight for survival. That's what the darks wanted, an ideal tool of pitting and playing on free will and choice freedom. My operator relayed to me the co-creator's request to help demolish the chrono flywheel. For this, I connected energetically with it and made a combined light strike at the center of the construct to make a breach in it. Then, together with 4 Pleroma's Erarchs, we destroyed by Antankarana's the mechanism, which was multidimensional and did not collapse immediately. I collected its fragments and handed over to Shiva for disposal. On 14 December, under the guidance of co-creator, I continued to remove the toxic programs in people's minds. Early in the morning, before work, he contacted me 3 times to prepare for new import op. In the evening, in meditation, Erarch showed it to me. On the casual plane, a huge sphere with spikes hung in some dark space and radiated the strongest negativity. Received the command to destroy it. I immediately did. But after that, I saw also a receiver nearby, a big metal-colored plate with reflectors. The operator explained that the sphere was a generator of negative info energy, and the panel relayed it through the subtle plan in the minds of men, and clones steered their taking, behavior, and collective consciousness. After annihilating the plate, I asked the operator to confirm the result and got the answer: yes, about the reflectors, and no, about the sphere. It turned out that there were 3 more such orbs left. I'm hearing the Boogosphere. The Boogosphere. A lot of us looked into that and researched it a little bit. It turned out that there were 3 more such orbs left and in different hues. When she started listing the colors, it immediately dawned on me that these are the energies described as the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse in the 6th chapter of the Revelation of St. John the Divine, namely conquest or pestilence on a white horse, civil war on a red horse, famine on a black horse, and death on a pale horse. This event on a pale horse is also a really good book. I think it's called A Pale Horse. This event scenario was written by darks, and it worked until very recently. The higher light Erarchs did not interfere because it allowed to separate the wheat from the chaff. Now the latter is being actively deleted. I set up my light spinner and pulled toxic info into it as much as I could, and then annihilated. Co-creator confirmed that I did everything right and that the cleanup should continue. Representatives of the 4 governing and supervising civilizations of Venus, Jupiter, Arcturus, and Vega are doing the same now, and new developments for the planets are already kicked off. On the 7th of December, I received new information. This is a diary, by the way. This is a diary of a light warrior from another planet that has come to help us. Okay, on 7 December, I received new information. Our Magnificent Seven, me and my sons, Archangel Michael, Vera, and El Moria Amrita, are invited to work out the retro karma of the old Earth's logos. 3 days earlier, the Arcturus logos, the karmic guarantor of our planet, returned the negative substance for annihilation. Everyone participated as much as possible in different order and degree. My youngest son, the bearer of the Yangbo aspect, and I were the first from my team to take karma, others as many as they could. 21 December, on the day of the winter solstice, during meditation, yes guys, we meditated on that day at 11:11 a.m. and p.m. 21 December. On the day of the winter solstice, during meditation, I saw an image of a music stand. I was surprised. But knowing that this is nothing if not on purpose, I contacted the operator. She replied that it was a pictorial hint of working under conductor's direction. And then I remembered the words of co-creator about my possible taking part in important op with a new Shambhala team on this day, launching and activating its new crystal. I connected with him on the subtle plane, and together we entered the inner room of Kailas. There was a crystal on the pedestal. Around it stood avatars, representatives of the 4 supervising and governing civilizations, 2 women from Venus and Vega, and 2 men from Jupiter and Arcturus. Then the Dipoli of Jesus joined us from the pleroma. Having synced our vibes, we sent a single light pulse to the Shambhala crystal. It flared up and gradually began to gain power, shining brighter and brighter, and quickly turned on in full force. Wow. 23 December. In the evening, I resumed the remote processing of negative programs and patterns of people's consciousness and subconsciousness. While working, I felt warm vibrations in my chest and on top of my head. To my question, the operator replied that an energy stream was flowing through me into the Earth's core. It looked like luminous threads that evoke a feeling of peace and harmony. On the subtle plane, I saw that the flow is directed from 4 logos of Venus, Jupiter, Vega, and Arcturus. By combining my frequencies with co-creators, I sent our impulse of love and light, and in response got their aspects. Later, I received a copy of the new Shambhala crystal. 25th of December, a strange dream in the early morning. Huge crowd of people on the town square. I'm trying to find out something, and they tell me that there is a witch here who is ready to talk to me. I refused, but then felt a dark current on me. It swirled in jets, rising from the depths of earth. Very powerful. I attempted to pull it all out and wind on a light spinner, but flow became thicker and stronger and did not end. I kept working and came out of the dream smoothly. Like I said, we do a lot of work in our dream state. It turned out that this dark stream was actually around and inside of me. Thick gray translucent smoke was rising in wavy flows, completely enveloping me. It was so dense that I felt it like sand on my teeth, causing pain. I continued to pull out and annihilate it in parts, trying to redirect the rest into the black universe. I called for help from co-creator and absolutes and connected with Earth, but the stream did not end. It was sort of concentrated darkness implanted into the Earth's body as an energy source. I addressed Shiva, and together we began to channel these flows through the crystal of mater and energy disalignment. When we destroyed and rebooted part of the dark stream, a black orb came out from the underground, billowing with smoke. I annihilated it as well and redirected its energy remnants to Shiva for resetting. Then I pulled off the rest of negativity and set it to the black universe. What was that? The orb did not look like a crystal of darkness, but something unlike anything I had seen before. The more I thought about it, the more it became clear. It was a generator that changed the light's flow, turning it into dark. The removal of the latter from the planet and the lack of negative energies brought this generator out of its latent state, and the work of new Shambhala crystals squeezed mechanism out. In the evening, I cleansed self and both my sons of negativity. Several more generators came out to the surface. I collected and annihilated them. Okay, let's see. She continues to bring out darkness and annihilate it. There was a flash of light and all the negativity emerged like a layer cake. Above was a transparent blanket, below a whitest mist of gloom, even lower a black fused frame covered with cloudy moving substance. I alternately pulled all the layers onto my light spinner, annihilated them, and transferred the remaining energies to Shiva for rebooting. Okay, so she literally takes negativity and transforms it, transmutes it. This is like, let me just read this to you. 29 December, information arrived about uploading to the Earth's causal plan an empty flash drive in which the new Shambhala team and Earthlings must set in new content by 20 March 2026. 20 March 2026. It will allow to check up the speed and depth of purification of consciousness and the subconscious of people, and accordingly put in the new soft and codes. Wow. It's like I always say, guys, we are organic computers. The halo technology is what we work with in the astral. And our halo technology is online. You guys know. You can feel it online. I do. I feel it, that it's online. And this is just one entity that we work with in the astral. And one of the things that we do, pulling the darkness out and annihilating it. I mean, that's just part of who we are at a soul level. Ha. She does a lot more cleaning up work through February. Yep. Thank you for the heart, me. Thank you. I hope you guys understand this or understand this as I do. I mean, the work that we do is just amazing. Amazing. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get into our grid work for the day. And maybe we'll get into more of her work tomorrow. But for today, it is grid work time. Yes. All right. This is our butterfly, and we're all on here because we work together, both in here on Earth, grounding our energy here on Earth, but when we're asleep, we work in the astral together. Yes, with our past loved ones and our teams. We have a huge team of beings that work with us. This is us at a soul level with our halo technology lit up, connecting to source energy, building the Aurelian arc, which is helping people remember who they are at a soul level, like we remember. We are the golden butterflies. Yes, we work with our spiral, the crystal spiral. And we work with the elements, earth, air, fire, water, and ether. We go from the 2-strand to the 12-strand and beyond in our DNA. This is also our room, and Steffi did this for us to show us that we're watched over, guided, and protected always. Always. Here's a door I received recently, and this is a beautiful butterfly that Maya drew for our room. This is Forest Fairy's work. This is our room. The dragon energy, the priest, the pan, the joker, the mother goose, the XOXO, the rabbit, because we go down those rabbit holes. We change timelines just by being us. Our higher selves. The Ankh is for the higher self, and we promote magic in here. All right, let's put on our full armor of God. There's the rainbow butterflies. Our full armor of God is on, and we are going to do our grid work. Today we rise in light. Today we walk as flame. We put on the helmet of truth. Our minds are clear. We wear the breastplate of light. Our hearts are pure. We lift the shield of faith. No shadow may enter. We move mountains just like Yeshua told us we would. Moving mountains is changing timelines. Here's a big old lucky hug for everyone in here, because you are empowering yourself and you are here doing the grid work. We wield the sword of spirit. Our voice is power. We stand in the shoes of peace. We walk with purpose. Our grid is sealed. Our flame is online, and our codex is alive. We are being our higher selves. Oops. Just dumped my water. We are being our higher selves, the butterflies, working with the dragons, promoting peace. We are the love. We are the light. We are the truth. We are. And divine love is working through us here and now to create the new earth, bring in these codes, anchor them on the planet. All right. Here's our healing chain, and all these people and places have asked us to connect our energy with theirs so that they can heal themselves. So however you do that, with light language, with Reiki, with crystal healing, or with prayer. I'm going to call in Archangel Raphael and have him connect his energy to all these beautiful people and places. And we are going to send them love, light, and healing energy now. Miasato shkoros priyata makorosiata. Miasato shkoros priyata makorosiata. Miasato shkoros priyata makorosiata. All right. Next we have our butterfly dream catcher, rainbow butterfly dream catcher. Bring this with you when you're working in the astral, when you're remote viewing, when you're doing dream work. Bring this with you, or your own dream catcher. Put it under your pillow before you dream. It'll keep you from getting those bumps and bruises and scratches. Because you can bring back physical stuff from the astral. All right. This is our Aurelian arc energy work. So we're going to picture beautiful golden archway around the earth, around the whole earth. You can make it golden butterflies if you want. However you want to make it. Use your imagination here. Now you're going to see a beautiful glowing gold in your heart. And then you're going to see thread filaments going towards that arc that's around the world. And then you're going to see raindrops of golden energy touching every heart on earth. Every single heart on earth is going to be touched with that beautiful golden remembering light energy. All over the world. All over the world, we are sending this beautiful energy of remembrance. Yes, China, Guatemala, Soviet Union, all over, Germany, UK, Canada, United States, and hold that thought. All right, beautiful work, guys, beautiful work. Okay. Next, we are going to get into Sylvia Browne's book. Sylvia Browne's book. Life on the Other Side. Life on the Other Side. This is written in first person, so I will be speaking as Sylvia Browne. The weather. What's the weather like in heaven, guys? What do you think? Paula, yes, I will add Paula right now before I get started with the book. Paula. We'll put Paula in purple. Okay. There she is. She's on our healing chain. Okay. Was there someone in here that wanted to be added to the butterfly that's not on the butterfly yet? I thought I saw Ginger. Was it Ginger? Ginger. What color did you want, Ginger? What rainbow color? Purple. Okay. We got lots of purple on there. All right. If there's anyone else, just message me or tag me or just let me know. If there's anyone else that wants to be on the butterfly. By being on the butterfly, when you're not in here for class, you're still connected to those of us that are when we do our grid work. Right? When we promote love and hope and peace and joy in the world. By being us. Just by speaking it, we put it into the wheel. Into the wheel of life. All right, the weather. What's the weather like on the other side? There is no precipitation on the other side. No rain, snow, sleet, or hail. There is no wind stronger than an occasional gentle breeze. No heat waves, and no cold fronts. Instead, the weather there is an eternally calm, clear 78 degrees. I once asked Francine, "Why is it 78 degrees?" She answered, "Because it is." I quietly say "oh" a lot in my conversations with Francine. The constancy of the temperature and the perpetual absence of any precipitation at all, rather than becoming tedious, provides the residents on the other side with an infinite source of refreshing steadfastness and uninterrupted beauty. The universally consistent climate makes every location at home equally comfortable. No one ever has to worry about being too hot or too cold, or about floods, tornadoes, or any other weather-related disruption in perfection. The sun, moon, and stars are not visible on the other side, and day and night do not exist. The light there is a constant blend of soft, reassuring pastels, like a freeze frame of the quiet rosy violet of Earth's most vibrant summer dawn or dusk. A slightly closer look. Each of the 9 continents, our existing 7 plus Atlantis and Lemuria, is divided into 4 quadrants. We'll discuss the quadrants further in a later chapter, but in general, they are simply designated areas for specific purposes on the other side. One quadrant, for example, might be devoted to research, another to animal husbandry, and still another to the creative arts. The quadrants are no more conspicuous or segregated from each other than, for example, our time zones on Earth. And we move freely on the other side, from one quadrant to another, to explore the variety of interests and responsibilities we happily choose for ourselves back home. And speaking of animal husbandry, almost all the animals that exist on Earth thrive and are cherished on the other side. Aggression is unheard of there, so natural predators do not exist. Instead, the animal kingdom lives in the same aura of safe, perfect peace as the rest of us. That includes everything from dinosaurs and pterodactyls to griffins and unicorns, which brings up a very interesting point. Many animals we lazily categorize as mythological are as real as we are at home. The spirit minds of our subconscious remember them, while our conscious minds dismiss them as too improbable. Our stubborn, short-sighted, finite conscious minds tend to win those arguments, but because our spirit minds invariably know the truth, notice that the popularity of supposedly imaginary unicorns and other mythological beasts never diminishes in the slightest. I did say that almost all the animals on Earth are alive and well on the other side, and you may have different feelings than I do about the one exception. It seems that the other side is completely insect-free. I don't happen to be what anyone would call an insect enthusiast, so I take this as good news. But I'm sure that if insects are essential to your happiness, you can have all the pet bugs you want when you get home. You just create them, right? I've been asked more than once how the ecological balance is maintained without natural enemies and without the contribution of insects. The answer is simple. When God, not humankind, is in charge, ecology is not just balanced, it's perpetually and eternally flawless. Back to quadrants, though. As I said, each of the 9 continents is divided into 4 quadrants, and each quadrant is devoted to a specific purpose. We all move freely among the quadrants, spending more time in some than in others, as our own personal interests and duties dictate. But there is one quadrant that is more familiar to us on Earth than any other. And that children in particular enjoy. Wait a minute. But there is one quadrant that is more familiar to us on Earth than any other, and that children in particular enjoy astrally traveling to in their sleep because it reminds them most of the home they so recently came from. This quadrant houses what could be called the hub of the other side, the cluster of main buildings, so to speak, that greet us when we first arrive, and that we return to often during our lifetimes there. The hub of the other side. As we discussed in Chapter 2, no matter where we die on Earth, each of our tunnels leads to exactly the same entrance on the other side. This entrance is in the quadrant that geographically corresponds to the west coast of our North American continent. And it's there that our spirit guides, angels, and other loved ones come to joyfully welcome us home. Contrary to rumors, by the way, there are no pearly gates to allow or deny us entry. And St. Peter doesn't stand there with a clipboard to check whether or not our names are on the invitation list. Simply arriving on the other side is all the indication we need that we belong there. The first building we see when we emerge from the tunnel is the vast pillared Hall of Wisdom, where the scanning machine resides. Our reunion with our loved ones takes place at the foot of the massive steps that lead to its exquisite double doors. And it is inside the Hall of Wisdom's marble walls that we re-enter our lives on the other side. Because the Hall of Wisdom is synonymous with homecoming in our spiritual minds, it is the site we most frequently travel to astrally on the other side during sleep, meditation, and hypnosis. Children play tag on the gigantic steps and peekaboo around the marble pillars, merrily and innocently disturbing the sacred peace of this hallowed hall, which I first learned with some embarrassment when Francine asked me to please have a disciplinary chat with my then 5-year-old son, Chris. It wasn't just that he was showing up on the Hall of Wisdom steps so often and meeting so many other children to play with, but also being a healthy, hearty, active boy. He was too rambunctious and getting on everyone's bemused nerves. It's bad enough when you get complaints from school about your child's behavior. It's downright humiliating to get complaints about their behavior from the other side. Wow. It's kind of crazy. All right. We'll conclude class with that. Love Can Build a Bridge is playing. Yep. Okay, guys. It's time if you'd like to come up and share. It is share time. I am going to get us ready to do the Crystal River mantra song. Okay. At 11:11. The magical hour. All right. Who wants to come up and keep me company? Or if you have a question or want to talk about something that we talked about, or want to talk about something completely different. What little guy? What little guy was cute? Love can build a bridge. Awesome, Jess. Oh, there was a little mushroom guy. Oh, thank you. I get to see all the gifts because I get my head gets put in a book. So I get to see most of my gifts when I go back and look at them. And when I post about class highlights. Class highlights. Thank you, Country Fried. Thank you, Teresa. I can see who sent gifts, the little circles beside how many is in the room. 28 of y'all in here today. 8, 9, 10. That's a 10. That's a 1. That's a 1. You love that the entrance is west. You thought it was east. Oh. You thought it was east. Honestly, I have to do some more research on that. I was told not to go through the tunnel to turn away from the tunnel because the tunnel is the birth canal and brings you right back. So, I don't know. I gotta figure it out though. Yep. I think our higher selves would tell us. Hi, Brahmara. Love can build a bridge. Think it's time. I think the answer's in the Urantia book. I just gotta find it. This is such a beautiful story. And on Hulu, they have this story of her, the Judds. She actually, the mother, she she exited by her own hand. At least that's what they're saying. I mean, Ashley was home at the time, so she was the first one to find her. And yeah, so very sad story, the Judds. Just because people have money doesn't mean they're happy. Most people with money are miserable. Yep. And that's the truth. That's the truth. Out of all three of our kids, of my mom's kids, me, I'm the oldest, my sister is the middle child, and my brother is the youngest. My brother was a millionaire. Well, he is a millionaire. And he is the least happy of all of us. Although he has started to be happier now that he met a lady from another country and is living in that country now. I think it's I think he's in Korea. I believe he's in South Korea with his new girlfriend. And he's been with her for a while now. So he's happier than he has been. But he was the richest of all us kids, and he's the least happy. And honestly, me and my husband, we're middle class, lower middle class, and we're the happiest. And my sister is lower middle class, and she's had happy moments in her life. But the year my mother exited, and then her husband exited like a year later. So she's had a really hard life. Really hard things happened to her. And so she's not happy. Always. Yeah. Yes, Christina. When I went through my thing in 2016, I went to Montana. He was the one that showed up for me in court. In court. He was the voice I heard. I was like, whoa, that's my brother. And I hadn't seen my brother in years before that day. So it was definitely divine timing. And then we drove across the country to Montana from Alabama, where we were. And I was with him for almost 2 years. And almost a year without my husband, because we were separated at the time. But he was miserable. He was miserable when I was there. And had all the money in the world. But he was just miserable. Yep. Me too. Me too, Teresa. So yeah. Being in the middle is a good place to be. Exactly. Exactly. It is. Now, me and my husband have had, a little bit of money at one time. We had a business. We had we owned a restaurant, a bar restaurant here in Sebring. It was called Tad's. My husband named it after me. And it was Tad's Burgers and Spirits. That's what its name was. And so we had a little bit of money at one time, but then it didn't do well. The business didn't do well, and we lost a lot of money. So we've had money and we've lost money, and now we're just at that certain point where it's perfect. It's just, I have everything I could ever want, and he has everything he could ever want. And, I live in my little house, and I'm happy. So, yeah. Yes, we did stuffed burgers, which no one else did stuffed burgers. We stuffed them with mushrooms and cheese, and they had all sorts. Pizza stuffed burgers, and they did all sorts of stuffed burgers. That was the specialty. was the stuffed burgers. But I think my husband just, because he was the one that ran it daily, and I was a CNA at the time. And he did the day-to-day business of running the restaurant. And I think he just got way off. He just got too many things on the menu. We just had such a variety of things to choose from. The menu was huge. And to keep up with all the ingredients for the menu, and so much stuff went bad. Because when people didn't order the things that we had, bought stuff, it went bad. So he ended up having to throw away a lot of stuff. His menu was just too big. Yeah, and it just didn't work out. It just didn't work out. Yep.
Advertising on Spotify is different. We'll help your business turn up the volume and reach
Yeah. Exactly, Teresa. It's just like he had never owned a business. This was his dream, owning a business. His dream was owning a business. You know what my dream was? You can guess what my dream was. Yep. My dream was always helping people to awaken, teaching people. That was always my dream. And now I'm living my dream. What I'm doing now. I did it before, but it was more one-on-one. It wasn't, before TikTok, it wasn't like I didn't go live and talk to many people at once. But I always spread the word. I always, told people that you're more than what you think you are. Yeah. I know, Jessica, empty nesting is hard. It really is. It really is. Yes. Teaching, healing, being of service, and encouraging people. Yep. Learning how to do quantum healing sessions. That was a dream. It's like everything that I wanted to manifest, I manifested. Everything. Yep. Yep. I miss the people when working, right? That's what I miss about working. Because I met a lot of people when I was a CNA, and also when I was working a cash register.
Hey, love, hey. I'm like, oh, wow, she's all by herself. I'm going to just come say hi.
Yeah, I was all by myself.
Oh, kind of a couple fun, just things coming into my reality. So, with so many hours that I'm going to be on trains. And my tailbone previous injuries, I'm thinking, okay, I need some kind of donut or, cushion. And so this right? I love your name too, Julie. It's like this purple gel cushion keeps coming into my reality. And I'm listening to the reviews, and I'm kind of looking it up, and I'm finding which one is the cheapest deal. And I'm really considering purchasing it. And so for my trip. And then so yesterday I'm cleaning the dog room. I'm working and I'm cleaning in the room. And there's that purple cushion sitting right on the chair at Edith's house. I was like, no friggin' way. So I went and sat down on it, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is kind of nice, but it's not that big of a deal, And I was kind of talking to myself like I do. And so in her room in there where the dogs are is kind of like this, her son and husband's computer areas. That's why it was in his chair. And so I went and asked Opal, I was like, or not Opal, I went and asked Edith, I was like, how's the cushion. Where's Jonathan? I want to ask him about the cushion. She bought it for her tailbone. And she's like, no, it didn't really help at all. She's like, it wasn't what I needed for my tailbone support whatsoever. Cause she works on a computer, all day. And I'm just like so excited that yeah, honeycomb, exactly, Teresa. Yeah, the purple one that's like all over the place right now. And so yeah, saved me some money. I was super excited that
Ask and you shall receive the answer, right?
you know, and she's like, if you don't find something better, you can have it. And I'm like, there it is right there. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I just love that lady. So let me count the ways. It's a million ways. That's one of my very amazing clients. Well, they're all amazing clients, but she's pretty amazing. And so then I'm kind of having like, you know, a little bit of a financial freak out. And like, how you're like going to pull this off, chick? What the fuck? Looking for a place, because I'm going to stay in New Orleans for 2 nights. I'm going to be in Alabama for 2 nights. And I'm going to be in Los Angeles actually for a night. So I'm thinking, okay, I want to look at places and where close to the Amtrak station. So I'm getting the address and finding out, you know, because I'm going to be walking, and everything's so expensive. And I'm like, dude, what you did? I was like, you lived like this. And so I'm like, okay, hotels.com is when I used to get a lot of discounts. And I just took a couple deep breaths, and you know what? The next friggin' ad that I came up on my phone was for a hostel, beautiful, 5-star reviews, been there a long time, 0.2 miles away from the Amtrak station, $62. Breakfast
awesome.
Included. I'm like, oh yeah, the hostel experience. I forgot about that. That's how we stayed in Ashland, Oregon. And when I was in high school, we would go on like school trips and stuff. It was our drama class, right? So it was our 25 core people. And that's what we would do when we would go on these trips, is we would stay in hostels. So yeah, I found some really good ones. Also close to the Alabama station, also close to the Louisiana station. So yeah, it was really awesome. So that's where I'm at. Did you? Oh, I love that. So yeah, I haven't booked anything yet, but it certainly calmed my financial cry bag for a minute down. I was like,
yeah. So who else are you going to be visiting?
So my aunt is the biggest, is my like a big thing that's in that's why I'm going to Alabama. That's where. So I'm staying there for 2 days, and then Louisiana. I want to go there. I've never been there, and it worked out that the train that puts me in line for the train to get to you keeps me in Louisiana for 2 days and in Alabama for 2 days. Excuse me. So yeah, you and Tammy, and myself. Okay. And then lots of other people along the way, of course, but you know, definitely my really good friend Amanda. She's in Alabama too. Shadow, he's in Chicago. I'm definitely probably Nikki, Tess. Like I've got not hotels. It's called a hostel. You got it correct. So hostels are like, how do you explain this? It's a family owned big old like house that's broken down into rooms, and some of the rooms have multiple beds, and it's like a shared community situation. It's like a shared community situation. It really depends on the space, right? You can see some where it's like 4 to a room, 6 to a room, 2 to a room. The one in Ashland, Oregon that we stayed in was 4 to a room. Boys were on one side, girls were in another. We were all high school kids at the time that I did this, so I don't know if they're all like that. I'm not really for sure if they're
like
all like
a bed
that.
and breakfast. My mom ran a bed and breakfast.
I think
in Alabama.
Maybe, you know.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's a possibility too. It's more of just like an open living type situation, and it's cheap and it's safe. I remember it being such a beautiful experience, and yeah. But it's cheaper, and it's going to be within my price range a little bit better, I think, than 100 anything. Yeah, I'm going to be under that per day for sure on my daily budget business.
Another thing I've been seeing is Trivago, I guess.
Oh, really good. Yeah. Oh, really? I'll have to look it in. Is it kind of like an Airbnb or something? Well, and I have a really good rating on Airbnb because I lived that way for 3 years. I actually haven't checked that yet either. So I'm making my list and walking distance from the Amtrak because that's just going to matter how far I have to carry on my shit. That's going to be the winner.
Right.
What's cheapest and closest? Sold.
Yeah.
I'm there. That's going to be how I pick. And the numerology on the address, actually. That's probably going to be the third way I pick it. I'll be like, okay, the location's right. Okay, the price is right. Boom, the address is right. That's the one. It's kind of that's how I picked my apartment I live in now. I picked it on the numerology without even looking at it. I had like 4 options. I did the address on all 4 of them, and I was like, okay, number 8, that's the one. It was awesome.
Very cool.
Wow, the sky looks really, really cool right now. I get my beautiful mark in the garden today. One of my favorite yards today. And I think the sun is coming out finally. It's been raining here.
We are.
Are you guys still saying it in the comments? Yeah, SHOSTEL. I wasn't reading the comments until just now.
That's a creepy movie, by the way. Hostel.
Is it?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yep.
It'll be fine when I'm there. They picked the wrong chick. For real. I'm not worried about it. Oh, it's going to be so fun. And
I know, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I'm really excited too. And the more I'm like dropping into the times, it's even just more divinely good. Like that girl that I got, I am going to just boost her so good. I already wrote a really good review. And, it's like the one video I watched say, not all Amtrak attendants are made the same, right? Skill set, patience, all the things, right? So I had called 2 or 3 times and got the runaround, got sent to somewhere that couldn't even help me, you know. And then I was like, okay, take a breath. This has been are you seeing the pattern here? Take a step back, take some breath, Jules. And then it's like, ta-da! Then the next time I called, I got Shania. I think that's her name. Yeah, Shania. Like Sanaya, like Shania without the H, she said. Sanaya. I'll remember it because she told me that now. And I was like, gosh, what a beautiful name. I actually should probably do the numerology on that name and include that into the referral or review, because I have no doubt it's an amazing name. She was so good. Told her exactly what I needed, what I wanted, and to be able to literally... Well, I'd been working on it for weeks, right, to have the route I wanted to take down. And then here's the spots I need to stay, how long I want to stay there. And she's like, I got on every single train I wanted to. And to think about one of these tickets, one of them is over the price of what I paid for the whole fucking thing. And, like, I'm going to be on the Coast Starlight, the Sunset Limited, the Crescent, the Floridian, the Silver Meteor, the Northeast Regional, Lakeshore Limited, and the California Zephyr. All the good ones. So, of course, there's a few other all across all top, the one that goes through Montana and up through Seattle. That'll be my next one. It's so meant to be, Trina. It's true. It's pretty amazing to see my dream on paper. It really, really is. It's been a long time coming. It really has. And it's time. Now is the time. I'm not hiding anymore. It's on. And I'm going to go spin in all the fields. And I That's going to be kind of one of my goals because I'm not really for sure where my seat's going to be. And like sometimes the YouTubers that I'm watching don't even have time to get to the front of the train and back to the middle where their seat is before it's leaving again.
Mm-hmm.
So thinking that I'm going to be able to do it at every stop is just not accurate now that I'm writing them all down. But definitely the major ones. Oh, thank you, baby. It is going to be on YouTube, and my channel is going to be called Record Your Journey.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to record it, and we're going to go everywhere. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be so fun. All right, come on, guys. Someone else come up, too. I'm the only one talking here.
I'm just happy having you up here.
I'm here. I happen to be here.
Trey's coming up.
There she is. Hi, baby.
Hey, Shine Eye. Hey, Trey.
Yeah, so like I have something really exciting to say, and this is pretty wild because I was not expecting this. Yay! So one of my many years ago, I had this guy, and we were like me, him, and his ex-girlfriend. We were all best friends, and we hung out for years and years, and then we lost contact with each other. Well, he's come back into my life, and what a healed man. And I'm building connection with somebody else already. I can't freaking believe this. He was celibate for 4 years. He's done all kinds of spiritual work. And I'm just like, how in the fuck did that happen? I literally kept seeing in my mind a door slamming shut and then another one flying open. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. And that's the magic in choosing yourself, guys. When we choose ourselves, we level up. We don't level down.
I hear the smile in your voice. I love this. I love it so much.
I'm floored. I'm just I can't believe this is happening. And I literally I thought Corey and I laughed and had so much fun. It's I have a lot of fun with this person. Yeah, he's really funny. He loves to do all the same things. Just bought a motocross. I just bought a motocross bike. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited. Let's see where this goes.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really, and not only that, he's a contractor, and he's like, don't you worry, we're going to get you up and rolling all on your own. He knows all kinds of paint contracts that he can hook me up with. And I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, that's an added friendship bonus.
About it is I know this person inside out. We were friends for many, many years.
I love this.
I totally was not expecting
Manifestation.
Holy shit. And then even when we would started chatting again, I had no intentions that it would be the way it is. But we just connected so deeply. I was like, oh, there's sparks here. So I've been sitting here going, what in the heck happened to my life in 1 month? Oh my God.
We were talking about that yesterday, how things can change from day to day, moment to moment, every choice you make.
Maybe somewhat, if you I gotta get my glasses, I can't see the comments.
Yeah, I was just reading them. I was like, oh yeah, I was missing the comments again. Oh, I'm so happy for you, sweetheart. I'm happy to hear you so excited and smiling and just so excited.
I really am.
I love this. Best news ever! You were right. It's so exciting.
Right? Yeah, I'm pretty floored by it. And I love that I can laugh so hard and be so comfortable around somebody. And yeah, I was not expecting this, but open up the door to your heart.
Right. Right.
I have the worst cold, guys. Oh my God, I can't shake it. Just
Give me a week to
coughing.
shake what I had.
Yeah, and it's a rough one. Yeah, I do sound like you did too. It's all horsey and
Mm.
who's strain of spreading your artwork yet.
You're supposed to have your own train. Use your imagination.
Jessica, I painted houses for 20 years. That's what I do. And I made the mistake of letting this Corey, my ex, the one I was with for 2 years, kind of do a lot of controlling of that on me, and navigating it and not letting me be independent. He would take thousands and thousands of dollars and give me a little bit of my own money at a time. And so we had to stop that. I'm going on my own. I'm getting it myself off the business with him because we opened up our own business together. I'm able to sever myself with no problems because I was in a domestic dispute. And I'm just reopening my own painting business by myself.
Awesome. It's time, baby. It's time.
But I have painted murals on walls.
There's time, Teresa. Get on the train and come with me to New Orleans. I'm staying there for 2 days. I haven't picked a spot yet. You could just get on the train with me, and it would be like, I think from Houston to New Orleans, it's probably like, I don't know. I don't even want to guess because I don't even know geographically how far that is. But that's the next stop.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, you can do it.
New Orleans is sinking, man, and I don't want to swim.
What song is that? That's so good.
I was supposed to get this huge snowstorm today, and I just need the weather to fucking buck up because I'm sick, and I never get sick. Yeah, so all the schools are closed down here. We're supposed to get 25 centimeters of snow. We're supposed to get a big ice storm coming in where I live.
Same. I never get
So,
sick.
yeah,
Very
I never
rarely.
get
Once
sick.
a year, usually.
My nose is so raw from running, and yeah.
Mm. Hey,
But I think I
Excalibur.
know how it happened. I was trying to shovel my driveway, and I was sweating. And ever since I've been sick because I was in the cold sweating and I took my coat off, and yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just left my coat on and sweat in my coat.
I will, sweetie. I will. So what I'm doing is I'm sitting and I'm writing a list. I think I showed you guys. So when anybody wants to know when or what I'm going, which time I'm going through there for you, it's Texas, so it's easy. I'm only going through that section once. But there's 3-digit codes, and for me to really know if I'm going into your part, I just need your 3-digit code, and then I can check. I'm almost done with all the trains, but basically I'm color coding it so I know which state I'm going to be in, which 3-digit code it is, and then what city it is. And then I have that for every single train I'm going to be on. And there's a lot of them.
How many days is your full trip?
21.
21 days. Wow.
Yeah. 21
Wow.
days, 211 hours,
Wow.
8,587 miles.
Wow.
So like that train, I'm going to be on there for 14 hours, 300. I like made myself little lists. I don't have a printer so that I could like really wrap my head around what I'm actually doing here. What? So literally, I'm going to go from here all the way down. Where's Los Angeles? To there. And then I'm going to come all the way over. So through Yuma, Tucson, San Antonio, Houston, New Orleans, and then up. No, this way. Louisiana
Yeah.
to Alabama. And then that's
in Alabama.
the fun part. So I would actually, I'd have to actually look up the route for the train because, so to get to you from coming from here, Birmingham, to you over here to Florida, I'm going up. So I'm going to go through West Virginia. I'm going through West Virginia, DC, Pennsylvania, Virginia, North Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and then to you. And then when I leave, I get to go back through in a whole different section of the same states, all the way back through New York, over to all the way over to here, Boston, Massachusetts, and I'm going through Delaware. I'm going through Baltimore. I think I remember Irish asking about Baltimore. I do have a stop in Baltimore. And then it goes all the way back through this way. Then through Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and then it's going to take me up to Chicago. And then I go all the way back down this way. Back to home.
Wow. That's wild.
Yeah, it is pretty wild. Ohio. Let's see if I got that state done yet.
Like you're literally gonna touch every node.
It's gonna be touching a lot of nodes already.
Yeah. There you go, Wise.
I don't think I have that one ready yet. Nope. I'm gonna be in Ohio on the Lakeshore Limited, but so I've got 3 trains I haven't done yet. I haven't done the Northeast Regional, the Lakeshore Limited, or the California Zephyr yet. Those are the ones I still need to write down the codes for. But yeah. It's exciting. Gut Wise, hi sweets.
Missy Marie says she's at the lake shore.
What's that mean? Lakeshore?
Really, really humbled me. And I actually found myself was when I was traveling those Rockies. I just found such a calm within me from just getting out and traveling. You're going to love it.
I really am. And it's really going to be the first time in 25 years ever in my life, but 25 years where it's just me. My kids are grown. I'm literally going to be it's just me. It's just me, and it's pretty great.
Are you going to document it on TikTok the whole way?
So basically my goal, not all of it on TikTok, of course, there'll be highlights, but I'm going to be creating footage for my YouTube channel. So I'm starting my YouTube channel with the footage that I make across. And it'll be, my YouTube channel is going to be called Record Your Journey. Like I changed my page too. So that's why my page is now changed ever since I started doing Mirror Roulette on Saturdays and changed that whole dynamic. I really just went back to my main dream that I saw myself doing in 2016 or 17, when I first got the thought of, okay, maybe I want to show up online and do something online. I left Kenny Jean Company. Things change and things get put on the back burner, but that was one of the dynamics of me changing everything around that weekend. And I saw those files and I was like, oh yeah, I even bought a domain. I even created a website. And it's in domains, so I still even hold those accounts. All I would have to do is finish it and hit the live button. I'm already halfway done. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, pretty cool.
Oh, I just want this stuffiness to go away. I gotta blow my nose. I'm afraid to blow it.
Hey, Spirit Player.
Are you letting yourself rest enough? For real. For real
That's always
rest.
my problem when I'm sick. I don't rest.
Mine too.
Yeah,
That's come I'm asking.
I decided
I
today I
can
was
rest when
doing
I'm dead.
rest when I'm dead.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. I'm really excited too. It's gonna be so crazy. It's gonna be so amazing. Lake Erie. I think one of the trains goes through there. Yeah, Cleveland. So, probably after I get home from work today, because my phone's already gonna die. I've been on here since 4:30 this morning, but is when I'm gonna work on the rest of the trains. So I'll find out more. I'll know what station in those states later. But yeah, I'm hitting lots of nodes, and I found this really cool YouTuber that was showing all the stations that have the bells and the monoliths, or obelisks. Excuse me. Some have monoliths too, but the obelisks. And I'm making notes, so I make sure because I can't get out of the train on every single stop. That's going to be a little nuts, but I will have the certain ones. Like if I'm getting out and hugging anybody. If I get out and hug anybody, it's going to be near the Amtrak town sign, because that's at every station. And I want to be taking a picture of that sign anyway, so I'll already be going that direction. That'll be one of the other things I'm going to try to do on the stops. I get off the train. I'm going to take a picture of that sign and do a little spin by the sign.
Nice.
And out of 28 states, I think it is. So 28 different states, but 46 states total if I'm just counting how many times I go through the state on different routes. Because I'll go through Georgia 3 times, South Carolina 3 times, North Carolina 3 times, and Virginia 3 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because for me to get to you, it took me up, down, and around, which is totally cool because I want to go to Washington. I want to go to Washington, D.C. It's probably a couple hundred more miles than originally. But yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be. Oh my gosh. I know. This is going to be so cool. And it starts in less than I think in 31 days or something like that.
Yeah. All right, here we go. ashtray. Use your imagination. Good work. Yes. You're already exactly where you're supposed to be. Yes. I love it. So good. Carry me home as I carry you with me in peace and reverence for all life everywhere. What a beautiful message, right? To start our day. All right, guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Love you all.
Love you. Happy beautiful day on purpose.
See you tomorrow for dance. I'll be there early in the morning.